interactive theatre experience launches this week which aims to stop homophobia in schools. It's called Boy and has been made with the help of Shaun Dellenty, a primary school teacher who survived homophobic bullying and now campaigns on the issue. And Shaun joins me now. Now, Shaun, you've obviously had lots of experience in this area and went through something really serious yourself, but what are young people telling you about this type of this prejudice? How prevalent is it?
Well, I hear from young people up and down the country, and indeed sometimes abroad, who reach out to me through my website and through my Facebook group, and sadly, even in 2016, they're still telling me that they're being subjected to homophobic abuse, homophobic language, the use of the word gay as an insult, as a negative term, and being threatened with physical violence and obviously cyberbullying and online on a daily basis, and to me that's unacceptable.
And so you've got together with this really unique theatre group and created something quite special. Can you explain why you decided on that format to tackle this really quite serious issue?
Of course. Various theatre companies have reached out to me because they'd heard about my work across the country, but Hyperfusion Theatre, Sarah Ellis is their founder and producer and director. She contacted me and I went to see one of their productions, and what really struck me about it was it didn't have a big set, it didn't have puppets and sock puppets, that kind of thing. It was about engaging students in deep learning. So it wasn't about telling them the right things to say, it was about taking through an emotional journey so they themselves would reach a point where they could understand that bullying and prejudice of any kind is wrong because they've lived it.
And how did the actors have a hand in I guess, the process of putting this together? Was it quite collaborative?
Absolutely. We've been working together for about a year. I've been working with Sarah Ellis for about a year. And Sarah came and saw me deliver teacher training at my own school. And then indeed, a few weeks ago, the actors, all 5 of them, they all came and observed me delivering teacher training. And during that, I tell my own experience of nearly taking my own life as a teenager. And they were inspired by that. And then they went away into a rehearsal room for 2 weeks. There were notes, there were mind maps. They brought some of their own journeys to it as well, because some of those actors have experienced prejudice of different kinds too. And through that emerged a story which I think is really going to engage teachers and young people, and in time, hopefully, youth groups and Sunday schools and anybody else that wants to watch it.
Because this is not just a production that's going to be in one place that people can come and see. It kind of pops up in different places around the capital, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and that was the intention, that we could pop up anywhere where there's a space, where there's a performance space, so it isn't just limited to places of education. Community groups, outdoor spaces, it's you know, the idea is that these vital messages need to reach as many people as possible. All schools in this country, including faith schools, have a statutory obligation to prevent bullying related to sexual orientation and gender identity. So for us it's important to get it out to schools, but really anybody that will listen to these vital, life-saving messages, because that's what we're talking about, life-saving messages, the more people we can reach, the merrier.
And why do you think teachers are unable to deal with this at the moment? Because obviously it is very prevalent in lots of schools, but do you think they don't have the tools, or they don't know how to approach it, or does a lot of it go under the radar?
You know, I've been doing this work for 6 years across the UK and abroad, and what I've realised is that there are lots of people in our schools really desperate to do this work, but they lack the confidence and they lack the training on a huge, huge level over many, many decades. And, you know, that's why I do what I do. You know, I'm a serving school leader, but I go around and I train teachers and I train teacher trainers and newly qualified teachers right at the start of their profession, because if we can get teachers at the very start, then hopefully we won't keep mopping up. We'll stop this kind of damage being done to our young people from the start.
Well, Shaun Dellenty, a really exciting project. Boy, it starts tomorrow. I think they're rehearsing tonight, aren't they?
Yes, there's a performance tonight at the Cockpit Theatre in Ealing. We've got a launch tomorrow at my own school, Alfred Salter Primary School, and then on March the 2nd, there's a performance which people can come to at the N16 Theatre in Balham.
Brilliant, you got your plug in. Thank you very much indeed, Shaun. Now,